Oceanic peace. For now, years after the events of the Meg 2, the trench, Jonas Taylor has retired from frontline diving, focusing on research and conservation. The world believes the Megalodon threat is finally over. A new deep-sea station, Abyss Core, is built to explore a newly discovered trench beneath the Mariana. But seismic activity begins to stir, and something ancient awakens. A new trench, a new threat. Dr. Juming Zhang leads an international crew into the Craco's Trench, even deeper than the Mariana. During their descent, the submersibles pick up a massive biological reading, larger than any Meg ever recorded. Contact is lost. The only transmission, screams and a glimpse of a colossal, serpentine shadow. Jonas recalled Jonas is pulled out of retirement by Mac and DJ, now part of the Global Oceanic Safety Task Force. The Craco's Trench is deemed a high-level threat zone. Jonas is reluctant but haunted by visions of what could still be down there. He agrees on one condition: on no suits, no politics. We do this my way. The breach as pressure sensors detect spikes. A deep tremor causes a fissure near the trench's edge. The thermocline barrier, once thought impenetrable, is compromised again. An enormous silhouette breaches the surface, destroying a Japanese cargo ship. Surveillance shows a Meg, but not one we've seen before. It's black-scaled, scarred, and 110 feet long. The Black Meg, dubbed a Ragnarok, the Black Meg is faster, smarter, and more aggressive. It begins attacking coastal zones, seemingly with purpose. It doesn't eat, it hunts. Jonas suspects it's protecting something deeper. Meanwhile, a rival tech billionaire named Ronan Vale launches his own private expedition, claiming he can kill the Meg and profit. The deep dive, Jonas and his team join Vale's crew for a dual mission: neutralize the threat and investigate the trench's source. Tensions rise between Jonas's crew and Vale's mercenary divers. They descend in a reinforced vessel, the Leviathan, into Craco's Trench. What they find is horrifying prehistoric creatures unlike anything seen in Earth's history. The Kraken theory: deep inside the trench, the team discovers fossilized remains of kaiju-sized sea creatures. Juming's recovered logs suggest that the Megs were once prey. A sonar scan reveals an immense coiled life form deep in the silt, over 700 feet long. They've awakened something worse: a living ancient predator known in Pacific folklore as Tiamat, the abyssal serpents. First contact: Tiamat awakens and violently tears through the ocean floor, sending shockwaves to the surface. Several subs are destroyed. Ragnarok, the Black Meg, is seen swimming around it like a guardian. It becomes clear the Meg is not a rogue beast, it's a scout or offspring. Earth's oceans have only known part of the food chain. Surface panic: news of Tiamat leaks to the public. Coastal cities panic. Naval forces are mobilized. Vale spins the situation to boost his company's stock, selling the Abyss drones as sea defense tech. Jonas warns governments that force alone won't work. This isn't just a monster, it's an ecosystem response. Nature is retaliating. Atlantis theory: Juming believes Craco's Trench was once a sealed prison or graveyard. Ancient seismic runes near the site suggest humanity, or some lost civilization, may have sealed Tiamat long ago. Unsealing it may have broken a natural balance. Meanwhile, the Black Meg continues to eliminate any vessel approaching Tiamat. Personal stakes: Jonas's daughter, Maying, now a grown marine biologist, joins the mission despite his protests. She dives solo to collect DNA from the Black Meg and is nearly killed. Her daring proves it. Ragnarok has both Meg and unknown genetic markers, possibly engineered by nature or evolution gone rogue. Tiamat rises. Tiamat fully surfaces during a full moon tide event, causing devastating tidal surges across the Pacific Rim. The creature's roar is a mix of sonar and low-frequency sound, disabling electronics and causing mass panic. The world officially labels it a Class Omega threat. Megs are seen trailing behind it. It's the apex, and they're its soldiers. The suicide plan: with international forces failing, Jonas proposes a desperate plan: lead the Black Meg and Tiamat into a collapsing underwater canyon rigged with thermobaric charges. Vale wants to capture Tiamat alive for genetic exploitation and activates his private fleet. Chaos erupts as military, science, and greed collide. Ambush at the shelf, Jonas and his team set a trap using bait frequencies and sonar lures. Vale's forces intercept and nearly ruin the ambush. In the midst of battle, the Meg attacks a naval vessel and Tiamat nearly sinks the Leviathan. Mayan uses experimental deep-sea jets to redirect the Meg into the canyon. Betrayal and Blood Vale betrays the team, disabling the detonator in hopes of preserving Tiamat. DJ is gravely injured trying to stop him. Jonas confronts Vale in an underwater fight and wins, barely escaping as Megs surround the trench's edge. A final chance remains to manually detonate the core from within. Into the maw, Jonas boards a dive suit and takes the explosive charge into the collapsing canyon. Maying follows against orders. They're attacked by Ragnarok, who wounds Jonas before Maying spears it with a depth charge launcher. With the Meg stunned, they head toward Tiamat, who begins to follow. Tiamat's end as Tiamat opens its jaws. Jonas swims into its mouth, luring it deeper into the trap. At the last second, Maying fires a remote-triggered charge. A massive chain explosion erupts, imploding the canyon and crushing both Tiamat and Ragnarok under millions of tons of pressure. The sea quiets, the surface aftershock, the ocean calms. Survivors are rescued. Jonas is badly injured but survives thanks to Maying. DJ is stabilized. Vale's company collapses amid global outrage. The Krakos Trench is declared a forbidden zone, sealed under military watch. But Jonas knows this victory came at a steep cost. The World Watch's humanity's view of the ocean is forever changed. New tech is developed to monitor deep ecosystems. Jonas retires once more, this time for real, but records everything in a black book on trench threats. Maying takes up his mantle as the new head of ocean defense. Post-credit scene deep in the Arctic, a drone scans an unexplored abyss. A new sonar blip appears, then another, and another. Gigantic eyes open in the dark. In a long-forgotten fossil cavern, a mega-Meg begins to hatch, glowing with a crimson hue. Predators evolve, but so do monsters.